Let's see. Have we ever stopped to think about how we used to play before screens flooded absolutely everything? Well, today we're going to do just that, a little trip back in time to rediscover that almost forgotten art of playing in the street, an era that, mind you, defined a whole generation.
This quote truly transports you to a time when the epicenter of fun was right outside your front door. The streets weren't just for cars, they were the main stage of childhood, a place where imagination and freedom roamed freely.
So the million-dollar question is, what happened to that vibrant world? That's the great mystery we're going to try to unravel. How did we go from streets full of life to playgrounds that, let's be honest, are often silent and empty? Let's discover them.
Our journey begins in what we could call the golden age of play, an era that smelled of hot asphalt, freshly cut grass, and above all, the thrill of the unpredictable. Who doesn't remember the pain of a scraped knee, the echo of laughter at sunset, and that feeling that summer afternoons were endless? That was play in its purest form.
In that era, the best toy was undoubtedly imagination. Sophisticated gadgets or anything like that weren't necessary. With simple chalk, a string, or some marbles, entire worlds could be created. Even the cracked pavement of the street was a blank canvas for boundless creativity.
And that arsenal of games, well, it was incredibly rich and varied. And they were much more than mere pastimes. Each one held invaluable lessons that, without realizing it, prepared us for life. Let's take a closer look.
Look how interesting this table is. It reveals the hidden science behind these seemingly simple games. It wasn't just about running and jumping. As more, each game was a disguised masterclass, from geometry and physics to strategy and social skills. The playground was a true gym for both the body and the mind.
The spinning top. Who doesn't remember the thrill of making it spin? It was quite a ritual. Winding the string precisely, that tension building in your fingers, and then, suddenly, that explosion of energy when you launch it. A perfect spin was a small victory against gravity, a lesson in physics and patience in the palm of your hand.
And that sound, the clack-clack of marbles colliding, was the soundtrack of many spring afternoons. Each game was a challenge of precision and pure strategy. You had to calculate the angles, anticipate the bounces, and above all, learn to win and lose gracefully. A life lesson in a simple circle drawn on the ground.
Hopscotch is the perfect example of how games are a universal language. It doesn't matter what you call it. Hopscotch, Filpaisto, airplane. This simple game has united generations around the world, transforming sidewalks into a global playground.
And what about the adrenaline rush of games like Tulip? That brutal tension between a person trying to break the human barrier and the collective strength of the whole team resisting. It was a perfect metaphor for the balance between the individual and the group.
But as we were saying, these games were much more than just fun. On the asphalt of the streets and parks, lessons were learned that weren't taught in classrooms. Let's see how they prepared us for life.
Let's see. Do we remember those incredibly high swings or the scorching metal slides that burned us in the summer? Today, they would seem crazy, super dangerous, but in reality, they were fantastic tools for learning to assess risks. Every jump, every climb was a practical lesson about our own limits.
Or Jacks, a seemingly simple game that was top-notch brain training. Every throw, every catch of the pieces was an incredible exercise in coordination, concentration, and mental agility. A super fun way to train your brain without even realizing it.
But perhaps the most important lesson learned on the street was social skills. You had to negotiate the rules, work as a team, manage the frustration of losing. All of that, deep down, was preparing us for the complex choreography of human relations in the real world.
Of course, at this point, the question is obvious. If these games were so beneficial, why did they disappear? What has caused this silence in our streets? It's a crucial question, and we're going to delve into it.
The contrast between then and now is brutal. We've gone from parks that invited adventure and challenge to hyper-safe and predictable environments. And the most striking change, of course, has been the constant presence of screens, which has completely transformed the way we interact with the world.
Apparently, there are two key factors that explain this radical change. On one hand, digital technology with its almost hypnotic power and instant gratification, and on the other, a growing aversion to risk in our society. We prioritize safety over autonomy and exploration, a combination that has been lethal for free play in the street.
But hey, all is not lost. We can still rediscover the magic of these games and learn from their legacy. What legacy can we apply in our digital age to recover the best of both worlds?
The key isn't a war against technology, that would be absurd. It's about finding a healthy balance, about integrating the best of the digital age with the irreplaceable benefits of physical play, face-to-face interaction, and the power of imagination.
In the end, street games were a comprehensive development kit. They strengthened the body, sharpened the mind, and forged strong and lasting social bonds, a legacy of incalculable value that we truly cannot afford to lose.
And so we arrive at the final question, a reflection that challenges us all. In our eagerness to protect ourselves from all risk, we're depriving children of adventure, of the ability to discover the world for themselves and to forge their own character. This is a question that remains open and invites us to rethink the meaning of childhood in the 21st century.
We invite you to periodically check out the short videos we'll be uploading with different games that, if you are over 40, you will surely recognize as wonderful to play before screens.